Hi guys, welcome to Law Modules Made Simple and Comprehensive. I am Negricosa. Today I want us to look at referencing and compiling a bibliography. Right now it's exam time and most of us are busy with our portfolios. So I think that this is very vital. That is very important for every one of us to know because we tend to lose marks because we don't know how to reference, Um, we just I don't know what to say, but I think it is very important for every one of us to know how to reference. I have been promising to make this video for over 4 months now since we have started this channel, but I just didn't have the time and all the glitches. When you're a student, you're always busy and all that. So today it is the day because I can see that some modules are due some portfolios are due next week. So let's just try to get everything in order so that we can just grab those distinctions. You know, but since you are dealing with portfolios right now, I think that I just need to show you the format on which your portfolio should be in. Yeah, just quickly. Our portfolio should contain of a cover page and the table of contents, a bibliography which is written on a separate new page as well, and a declaration form, the honesty declaration form. On your cover page, you have to include the following details: your name and surname, the student number, which is very important. You can forget to write your name, but you cannot try to forget your student number. It's very, very important. The module code, the assignment number, the unique number of the assignment as well, and the date. So this should appear on your cover page, and you also have to include the table of contents. Our table of contents should look something like this, but we don't have to necessarily include the page number. You can if you want to, but it's not. I don't think it's very necessary in our case. The only thing that you must do is just to compile your table of contents with the way that your portfolio is structured. Presentation is key, guys. You just have to make your portfolio look all professional so that you can get those marks. Because if you don't have the table of contents, it's going to be very difficult for the marker, to understand what's really going on the document. So maybe you're writing SJD. You simply just have to write, okay, you're going to have your cover page, then following the table of contents, and on your number one or whatever, you're just going to write the thing that I think that is important for you to do is just to number your work. Number your table of contents, even if the page number is not there, but just number your table of contents. Number one, you write your whatever that question one is. Just write question one and maybe a summary. What, I don't know. Just summarize the question, actually, even if it can be 2 words, 3 words. Yeah. Number two, and so number two, question two, and whatever, or is question 1.1.1, 1.2, stuff like that. Just number your what, your table of contents according to the way your portfolio is numbered. Yes. Just try to do that because presentation is key. I always say this. You just have to present your work, and do not make a mistake of writing the what, the bibliography. What, it's a bibliography, what, I don't know. Yes, it's just a bibliography. you don't have to make the mistake of writing it maybe when you finish your what, maybe your essay or something, then you in the middle of the page you start with your bibliography. No, you don't have to do that. You have to start your bibliography on a clean new page, and it must be at the end. Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you guys? At the end of your work. Maybe your essay is on question 2 and your portfolio ends at question 4. At the end of your essay, you just have to provide a reference list. Then at the end of your portfolio, you provide a bibliography. You can't have a bibliography in the middle of your essay. No, that is in the middle of your portfolio. That is quite unacceptable, unless stated otherwise by your lecturer or TA or whatever. But I just think that it's going to be awesome and very presentable and very professional if you do it the way I am suggesting. So write those subheadings, write everything, but by subheadings I'm not talking about introduction, body, conclusion and all that. No, I'm talking about the questions of your essay. Maybe question 4 is Ubuntu, just write Ubuntu. Question 5 is a role model. Role model, what, just write role model, stuff like that. Just do it the best way that you think is best for you guys. And next time I am going to try and show you how to do footnotes on the computer, or maybe even on your cell phone. I don't know how you do it on your cell phones, but I'm just going to show you how to use it to do them on your laptops or computer, or tablet or whatever. Let's go back to referencing, guys. Whenever we have written assignments, we're always instructed to provide a reference list or a bibliography at the end of our essay or assignment. But actually, what is a bibliography and what is a reference list, because most of us tend to use these terms interchangeably, because we just don't know which is which, we just think maybe it's one and the same stuff, so today I just want to try and clarify everyone. Clarify everything to every one of you, so that we can get everything in order, so that we can stop losing those marks. Okay, actually, let's start by looking at what is referencing. It says here, referencing is a way of acknowledging other people's ideas and work. You do this through a citation. A citation, they're referring to, when you write those references in the middle of your essay, maybe at the end of your sentence you have you have a quotation of some sort, then you write those brackets at the end of your sentence. Then inside the brackets you have the same name of the author and the page number of the article or whatever you're referencing, that's citation. And let's just look at why do we have to reference. We reference to support an argument, to make a claim, or to provide evidence. In those research-based essay, we really have to reference. We also reference to acknowledge other people's ideas or work correctly. We also reference to show evidence of the breadth and depth of our reading, to avoid plagiarism, because UNISA and plagiarism, we're in so much trouble. We're always threatened about plagiarism, being penalized and all that. So we just have to know how to reference so that we can avoid being charged with plagiarism. We also reference to allow the reader of our work to locate the cited references easily and so to evaluate our interpretation of those ideas. And we also reference to lose marks. Yes, I have been saying this all along because most of us lose a lot of marks because we just don't know how to reference, you know. Now I want us to look at the difference between a reference list and a bibliography. A reference list is a list of all the sources that you have cited within your work. Um, Cited and citation is one thing. Um, when you cite a source, it means that you have included those brackets that I'm talking about, but they're not actually brackets. They are called parentheses. So I just want you guys to understand what I'm trying to say to you, you know. A bibliography is a list of everything that you have cited and everything that you have consulted to help improve your understanding of the topic. So with a bibliography, you just include each and every source that you came across or that you have paraphrased, summarized, or whatever, you know, not only quotations. Because most of us tend to reference what we have quoted, but when we haven't quoted, we don't really reference it, you know. So with a bibliography, you just cite each and every piece of work that you have, I don't know, read or go through or whatever you have used to compile your information for that particular assignment or portfolio or essay or whatever, you know. Let us look at why. Let us look at how we are supposed to reference study guides because that is the first struggle that we have. It says here, UNISA study guides. Avoid using study guides as the main or only source for assignments. If you cannot avoid it in certain instances, remember to acknowledge it. In general, the corporate author, the University of South Africa, including name of the department, is used as the entry element. The compiler was seldom included in the older study guides. Later study guides do contain the name of the author or compiler, and such guides are entered under the author or compiler. Study guides entered under the corporate author needs a cross-reference in the list of sources, linking the shortened form of the text reference to its full bibliographic entry. Okay, when we reference a study guide, we okay, we have been given an example with the INS 1501 study guide. You simply have to write the module code of the study guide. Then you state that it is the only study guide. Then you write the date or the year, you know. And then you write that is from UNISA. You just have to write UNISA, guys. You don't have to write University of South Africa. Or maybe you have to, I don't know. But I usually just write UNISA and I have never seen myself losing marks or got whatever, you know, a complaint or something about that. Or maybe I've been losing marks. I don't even know. Just write University of South Africa in full. So to avoid any glitches. And you also write the department where, you know, just write that more information that you get at the first or other first page or second page of your study guide, you know. And you need to also include the what the compiler or the author of that study guide, you know. But if the study guide doesn't have a compiler or anything, you just write the module code and leave it as it is. But nowadays, in most of my study guides, the authors, the names of the authors are there. So we're just going to look at this one, at the second one here. You are going to write the name of the compiler or the the author. Yes, my mind is just running away. Then you write everything as it is there. You write the author's name, last name or the same name. Then you write the initials. Then you write the date or the year. Then you write the module code, or you write the name of the study guide or the module in full. Then you also include the module code at the end there. Then you write the place of publication, and you also write the name of the university and the I don't know. It says here Department of Information Sciences. Yes. This thing is found at the very first or second page of a study guide, guys, or at the on the cover page. Sometimes it really depends on the kind of study guide that you're dealing with. So when you want to cite your source, when you want to maybe you're quoting, then you want to I don't know what to say, but maybe you have quoted, then you want to cite where you have quoted. You use this format. You see, this is the format that I am talking about. It is going to be the compiler or the author's last name, followed by, without a punctuation, guys, do not make a mistake, followed by the date or the year. Then we have colon, then we have the page number. This is very simple. It is the surname of the author, year, colon. Do not make a mistake here. You need to know that is a colon here, not a comma or a full stop, but a colon. Then there is a page number, page 102 to page 105. Yes, just like that. So here our example is Fori, which is the compiler's or author's last name. Then we have, followed by a comma, we have his initial, which is I, a full stop, the date 2001, which is the year. Then information retriever and personal information organization, only study guide for INS 3048. Full stop. That is in italics, guys. Don't make a mistake. You must write these in italics because this is the title of the study guide, so it must be in italics. Then we have the place of publication, our university name, and the department. Yeah, simple as that. Then now I want us to look at how to reference books. Okay, when we reference books, we write the author's name, we write the author's surname and initials. There must be no full stop in between the initials. We write the date of publication or the year. Then we write the title of the book in italics. Then we write the place of publication, town or city name, not the country. Then we write the publisher. So here in our example, our author is Buckland. That is his surname or last name. Then there is a comma. You need to follow these punctuations that I'm mentioning here because it is very, very important that you follow them. Then the comma is followed by his initials. There is no full stop or whatever punctuation between his initials. They are just like that. Then there's a full stop, which is followed by the date or the year, which is 1991. Okay, sorry. Then there's a full stop, which is followed by the title of the book, which is Information and Information Systems, which is in italics. Guys, whatever title, whether it is a journal article, a title, or whatever, is a encyclopedia, a dictionary, or whatever, it is supposed to be in italics, guys. Even a study guide, the title of that study guide, it's supposed to be in italics. Whatever title that you're writing, it's supposed to be in italics. Always just keep that in mind. Whatever title you're writing, it's supposed to be in italics. Then we have a full stop again. We have the place of publication. We don't write the country here. We write the town or the city name. Here in our example, we have New York. Then there's a colon. No full stop this time around and no comma this time around. It's a colon. That dot. Those two, we write them. Then you include them. Then you write the publisher, which is Greenwood in our example here. So if there are two authors, their names are separated by an ampersand, but everything else is just the same. You don't change anything. You just write those you write the first author's surname and initials, then an ampersand. The ampersand is this sign here. This is the ampersand. Let me highlight it. This is the ampersand. Then you write the second author's surname or last name, comma. Then we have his initials or her initials as well. Then we continue with our business, which is the date, title of the book in initials, place of publication, which is supposed to be the town or the city. Then our colon, we have the publisher. That's it. Simple as that. We have been losing marks for just this simple and straightforward stuff, guys. Then now I want us to look at how we use this how we cite a book in an in-text referencing or end-text referencing. Let us quickly check that out. Awesome, I found it. You see what I was talking about? Here we're looking at the single author. This is how it's supposed to look like. It is the author's surname or last name. Oh man. Yes. Followed by the initials, the date, title of the book, which is always in italics, place of publication, which is supposed to be the town or city, then the publisher. Then now we are looking at in-text referencing or end-text referencing. I don't have to highlight that. You can see what I'm talking about. Here we only write the last name or the first name or the surname of the author. You don't write the initials or whatever. You just write the surname of the author. Then you write the date or the year. Then you write the colon. You write the page number. Simple as that. It's very, very simple. I noticed that on PLS 1502, we were instructed, the second assignment, we were instructed to cite sources within our text. This is the way that we are supposed to use. This is how we cite sources within our text. This is in-text or end-text referencing, guys. End-text referencing is when you write these style of referencing at the end of your sentence, and the full stop is always supposed to be at the end here, guys. Not you can't write a full stop here of that particular referencing, then you just write this as it is and leave it like that. No, you don't write a full stop here at the end of whatever you are writing. You write the full stop here at the end of the referencing. Then when is this two authors, you are going to do it as I told you. It is going to be the first author's surname and initials. Then we have the ampersand here. Yes. Yes, we have our ampersand there. We write our second author's last name. Then we have his initials. Then we have the date, the title of the book, which is in italics. Then we have the place of publication, Chicago. And then we have our publisher, University of Chicago Press. Then when it is when we are doing the citation for two authors, it is still going to be the same as we did it at on the first example, but we are just going to include the ampersand that I am talking about here. This ampersand, guys, is very, very, very important when we are citing two authors, when we have two authors. Yes. And yeah, first author surname, ampersand, second author surname, the year, our colon, page 5 to 6. We close our parenthesis. By parenthesis, I am referring to the brackets. These brackets here are called parentheses. Now we are going to look at how to cite dictionaries. Okay, sorry. Before we go to our dictionaries and encyclopedia, I think we just have to look at ebooks, electronic books, because most of us nowadays, we don't really go to the library, but I do use the library. I think it's very nice to go to the library and do some research. I enjoy it, or maybe I enjoy the free Wi-Fi. But I just think that it's very important for every one of us to know how to cite ebooks, because most of us use the ebooks. We are very much used to PDFs nowadays. So with the ebooks, everything is done the same way. You don't change anything, but on the citation, the in-text citation, on the in-text or the in-text citation, you don't write the page number. It's just the author's surname. There's no punctuation in between. Then the year, the date. Yes, the year of of publication. Yes. But everything is always on inside the parenthesis, guys. Make sure that you write these brackets. Don't just write it there, just leave it there like that. You just have to close it with brackets. Let us go to our yes, here we are. We have dictionaries and encyclopedias. Description of dictionaries or any alphabetical arranged works is sometimes problematic because such works are usually known by their titles. The exception is where a dictionary or encyclopedia is known by its main contributor or compiler. For example, many online encyclopedias do mention the contributor. In such a case, enter under the name of the contributor. Online dictionaries and encyclopedias are treated in the same manner as their printed counterparts. The only difference is that the bibliographic entry includes a URL and the date accessed by you. Okay. Let us continue reading. It says here the following aspects apply to dictionaries and encyclopedias. This is the guidelines on how we are supposed to write our our dictionary or encyclopedia references. Yes. It says here they are generally entered under their title. The item or word instead of the page number is referred to. Here we don't use the page number. We use that word that we are looking for. Or we're defining. The specific edition is mentioned if not the first edition. The reference to the item is preceded by the abbreviation SV. The page number is not given. The place of publication and the publisher must be included if available. The abbreviation SV in the text reference is preceded by a comma. Thus, the abbreviation starts with a lowercase letter. Okay, let us look at the examples right now. Okay, here on our example, this is an example of a printed or a hard copy dictionary. Dictionaries and encyclopedias use the same way of citations or referencing. So we just use this way for both things. Okay. On our example here, we are referencing a Chambers 21st Century Dictionary. That is the title of the dictionary. That's why it is in italics, guys. Every title, whatever title that you're writing, it has to be in italics. Make sure that you don't forget that. Even if it's an act, for us who are doing law, it's supposed to be in italics. And then we have a full stop there. Then we have the date or the year of publication. Then we have to mention the contributor or the editor. It is edited by M. Robinson. It is the initial, no punctuation, then his surname. Then we have the name that we are actually looking for here. We are going to write SV, then the name of, no, not even the name, the word or item that we are dealing with, the definition or whatever that we are looking for, the word that we, I don't know how to explain this, but you know what I'm trying to say. In a dictionary or encyclopedia, we're actually looking for definitions and all that. So we are going to write it down. It is SV, then the name of the or the word or the item. Yes, that's it. If there are two, comma, and the second name, then you write the place of publication and the publisher, which is Edinburgh Chambers. We don't write the page number here, guys. And the reference, the in-text referencing, it's this way. It is the title of the dictionary, year of publication, and don't forget to write this SV, guys. It is very important because it shows that the following word from this SV is the word that you're actually referring to, the word that you're actually looking for. Here we were looking for information, or the item. So this is how it's supposed to be done. Also, on the encyclopedia, if it is a hard copy encyclopedia, it's supposed to be like this. So we use the same way if we are doing this. We use the same way if we are also dealing with the online dictionaries or encyclopedias. As I mentioned, that most of us don't really use the library anymore. But here you need to include the URL and the date on which you accessed this particular information that you are giving us right here. Here is the online way. Here it is the title of the encyclopedia, which is Encyclopedia Britannica Online, then full stop, the year of publication, SV, the particular word or the item that we're dealing with. Then we write the excuse me then we write the URL. The URL is that HTTP. Yes, that is the URL. Then you write the date on which you accessed that word, the date on which you checked that word on the internet. Yes. So no page number, just this as it is. Then on the in-text citation, it is going to be Encyclopedia Britannica Online, always on italics, the year of publication, and the particular word that you're looking for. So you can see that these things are very much similar. It is one and the same thing. We use the same way when we are referencing a study guide and what's this, an encyclopedia. So now we're going to look at journals. Periodical articles. The bibliographic description containing resources, articles from a periodical journal includes the following: surname and initials of the author, year of publication, title of the article, name of the journal in which the article appears in italics, volume and number of the journal if available, page numbers on which the article appears if paginated, URL for articles accessed online followed by the date accessed in parentheses or brackets. There is no comma after the journal title. All the significant words in a journal title starts with capital letters. The name of the journal is placed in italics and not the title of the article in the journal. Do you get that, guys? I'm going to repeat that because it's very, very important. There is no comma after the journal title. All the significant words in a journal title start with capital letters. The name of the journal is placed in italics. The name of the journal is placed in italics. Name of the journal, guys, and not the title of the article in the journal. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Then it further says, because this is also important, do not include the words or the abbreviations volume or issue number in the bibliographic description. The issue number is enclosed in parentheses, which are brackets. For example, volume 58, issue number 4 of a journal will be indicated by 58 in parentheses 4 in the bibliographic description. Okay, let us look at a practical example. I'm leaving that piece of information at the top there because it is very, very important. Okay. Here we have the author's surname and initials, followed by the date, the title of article, the name of the journal in italics. Then we have the volume and issue number, and we have the page numbers if it is paginated. Okay. Okay, you see here, maybe I just have to kind of repeat this information because it seemed quite confusing, but it's not really confusing. It is the author's surname and initial. Then we have the date of publication. We have the title of the article, the title of the topic that we're talking about, guys. That is the title of the article. Then we have the name of the journal, which is supposed to be in italics. Then we have the volume and issue number. There is no comma or whatsoever there, guys. Everywhere we use full stops, apart from the author's surname, comma, initials. Then everything else, it's full stops. Then we have after the volume and issue number, we have the colon, then we have the page numbers. That's it. So when we are dealing with the in-text citation, it is only going to be the author's surname followed by the year of publication, then the colon and the page number, close bracket or parenthesis, full stop. That's it. No any other complicated stuff. Then when we are dealing with a newspaper article, most of us law students, we tend to deal with newspaper articles, looking for cases and all that. So most especially on our SJD. So I just have to do a little touch up on this. Okay, it is going to be the author's name and initial, which is Williams P, followed by the date or the year of publication, followed by the title of the article, followed by the title of the newspaper, which is star in italics, followed by the date for October, page 6. Yes. The in-text citation or the text referencing is the surname of the author, the year of publication, and the page number. That's it. Just do not forget to write the parentheses. Then when we are looking at online or electronic articles, everything is done the same, but you just have to remember to include the URL. This is the URL, this HTTP stuff here, and the date on which everything was accessed, guys. When did you access this kind of information? You include the dates here. Simple as that. Everything is just so simple. There's nothing difficult about referencing and compiling a bibliography. Everything is just so simple. You just need a lot of understanding and all that. So if you do not understand any of this, please just open up your tutorial letter 101 or your tutorial letter 501 or your tutorial letter 302. Everything that I mentioned here is included in that particular information, in those tutorial letters. Just make sure that you open them up, you study them, and get the gist of this and grab those distinctions, guys. Everybody, good luck with your exams, your portfolios, and everything. Take good care of yourselves. Get enough rest. Drink a lot of water. Pray before you study. Pray before an exam. Nothing can beat a prayer, right? Yeah, from me to you, it's peace out.